So Eddie will be the one to lead us into the reading of the press statement, and then afterwards we'll get some questions from the media. So everybody, if you have the phone, you want to put us down, you do that now.
Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Like Joshua said, we are pleased to release our President report for year 1. This report directly focuses on the arrest agenda for inclusive development, representing the first independent evidence-based assessment of the government implementation on the arrest agenda, covering from January to December 2025. The report tracked 378 interventions, 52 co-programs, and 6 fellows. Very comprehensive, very detailed, offering a comprehensive report looking at progress, gaps, systematic challenges in the implementation of the arrest agenda. Over the period of 1 year, of the 378 interventions, 55.5% of the intervention either not active or lack adequate information to verify or to raise any concern on the implementation. So it means that what I would say, 55.5% will not be rated or have not started. So that's one. Second is like of the total number also 76 interventions constituting 20.1%. Yes, have started, and 35.4%, and that I want to speak about put on us and very confused sometimes. So the way we do this report, they have 4 different ways of doing it. One is completed. It means that you'll be improving, you can see everything that is completed. Second, it's ongoing, it means that the government is taking some action to what our particular promise were not being completed. The third one is not started, it means that we're proving that you're not started anything on this, so we can't do it. The fourth one is that we check all over and there's no information anywhere that you're taking any action on those promises. And those promises would be like the government has not released information, there's no data or anything. So if you look at everything broken down, it constituted 55.5% of not rated and not started. Then we also look at 165 interventions constituting 43.7% shows some level of action. So you mean that for the total 378, 165 intervention, the government has taken some action on it. So they are ongoing. Then all of three intervention constituting 0.8% completed. So in 1 year, of the 378, only 3 promises actually completed constituting 0.8%. So we look at the 0.8%, this is the 2nd year of the government, meaning that the government has a lot of work to do. We have to ensure that this particular arrest agenda is fully implemented, or else it will just be like a lot of stuff. What we also did, we did the rating per pillows. So with the 6 pillows, we want to see which pillow ahead of which pillow. So if you look at this, if you look at the report, it's a mix. So you realize that governance and anti-corruption constitute 56.9% activation. Activation means that this particular period, there are more work focused, more action taken than all the other periods. Followed by environmental sustainability, we constitute 46.7 activation. It means that the particular period, 56.7% action has been taken on the commitment. Then you come to infrastructure development, 55.3% activation. So that's the analysis per period. But if we also look at this infrastructure development, we realize that a lot of work has been supported by international partners also. Then we come to the issue of digital governance, reform, donor support, climate initiative, all the different things. One of the people that are not getting much support is the bill on human capital development, which activation is about 36.7%. And that particular period to look at health and education. So only the health and education pillow, very little has been done in Nigeria. Then again coming by again with economic transformation. So these 2 pillows are the least among the 6 pillows. So let's see some of the things that the government are taking action on. So the government made progress, including the establishment of one economic crown code office, bringing up the biometric registration process. You know, before the president put a hold, they have reached 710,000 citizens, constituting 14%, of the entire country, but the government promised that before 2029 it will reach more than 5 million people into the private system. Now, also realize that the government is doing a lot of what they call e-procurement system. So instead of e-procurement system like going on, and the ambassador legislative reform looking at the issue of the tourism bill. So to do a summary of the 6 pillars, so I will give you the report. Economic transformation have 80 interventions. Of the 80 interventions, 2 completed, constituting 1.5% of that particular pillar. Ongoing is 26, constituting 32.5%. Not rated is 2, constituting 2.5%. Not rated is 50, constituting 62.5%. So when you look at the pillar, our division rate in total is 35%. Infrastructure development, you have 47 interventions, what we call promises, 0 completed. Ongoing, 26, constituting 55.3%. Not rated, 18, constituting 38.3%. Last started, now rated 3, constituting 6.5. So we look at this particular pillar, it's 55.3% at division. And what are divisions that mean that they are focused a little bit in that area, right? They are looking. Rule of law, 35 intervention, which we call promises. 1 completed, constituting 2.9%. Ongoing, 16, 45.7%. Now started, 7, 20%. Now rated 11 to 31.4%. Total activation is 48.6%. Counter governance and anti-corruption have 58 intervention, 0 completed, 33 ongoing, constituting for 56.9%. Now started 12 is 20.7%. Now rated 13 is 22.4%. Activation rate is 56.9%. So this particular period they have activation rate. They mean that there are more work happening in the computer sector. Environmental sustainability, 30 intervention, 0 completed. 7 ongoing, constituting 56.7%. Then it comes to now started, 5, 16.7%. Now rated 8, 26.7%. Total activation rate is 56.7%. So these are the 2 key pillars that have more action taken place. Then it comes to human capital development, is higher, is the 128 intervention, not completed. Ongoing, 47, constituting 36.7%. Now started, 32, 25%. Now rated, meaning there's no information about what happened in the area, is 49%. 49, constituting 38.2%. The total activation rate is 36.7%. Then we count the human capital, the human capital development. So total is total intervention 378, completed 3, 0.8, ongoing 135 is 43.7%. Now started 76, 20.1%. Now rated 134, constituting 35.4%. The total overall stuff is around 44.5%. So this is the report. We'll give you copies. Well, details is almost like around 60 pages. So the president will get to a summary. If you go through the report, you realize that even the financial support to the report, you see that some people get less intervention, but they're getting more money. Some people getting more money with less intervention. It's well detailed if you like it. So I encourage you to put more time to read. And we'll also give you the link. So as you post, so that the link you post, you just post the link so you can get directly go to the report again. But this is the first of the kind that we are not done this. I don't know when. Senate for them to track the national development agenda. What we're tracking campaign promises. So this is not campaign promises. This is directly the development agenda of the country that we decided to track. So this is the first of the kind done by the civil society organization. So I want to say thank you so much and thank to the team that work along. There are a lot of good people here who did the work at this meeting. If the question too tough for me, they will come in. This is one project that is supported by the Swedish government. It's supported by our democracy advancement program, sponsored by the Swedish embassy, and we're happy that we can do this work. But thank you, and God bless you. Any question we?
Yes.
Yes, Eddie, thank you so much for the report. My name is Anthony Gray, and I report for Ecowas Breaker. If you are to be given a pen to place a grade on a scorecard for performances in the National Development Agenda, as per what you have just read, what would be the score?
I'll let you do that. I'll give you all the grade sheet. You do the analysis and release the score. Yeah, I get everything here.
Yeah. Well, it is the score. Is it passing mark or filling mark?
I mean, I said ongoing of the 378. That is about 165, right? So 165 for the two. In 1 year time, they are taking action now. We constitute them 43.7%. They will also get 3 completed. So if you do the calculation, come on 44% action taken in what. So, I mean, to be fair, they are doing some work. And one other thing I wanted, I report to go that for their report, we have to write the different ministry agencies, including Founder Ministry, all the different ministries. They were free to share all the information, some. And we share all the information, give a better understanding about exactly what is going on. If you don't share the information, it will be difficult. We also rely on the media, we track all the different programs you cover now, we track the government ministry, we track the website, we do a lot of getting information. But I can tell you, most of the ministries were calling us and sending reports and were verifying our report. So one say also that also have a final ministry send our whole report that we also have to verify. So the partnership is improving between us and the government. I know people will not like most of the work we do, but some people think that we're doing the right thing. It was not aligned in the past. We not have that type of cooperation.
Yeah. So my name is David Yates, and I write for the Industrial Newspaper. Like you rightly said in the past, we've been tracking campaign promises and so forth. But what inspired you at this time to track the president's promise, especially when it comes to the rest agenda?
The government asked us to deliver it. So when we released the 100-day report, they said, Eddie, the 100-day report basically campaign promises. It's not what we will actually do. We want to do the arrest agenda as a development summit. So we sat down with our partners, sat down with our friends. If the government said that this is what they want to do, let's do it. Because for this, for us, it will move. Because when we were tracking, we were like, honest and more from this, you know what's on the day. And we tried that with the CDC. Because we're the president, we sent all the documents, but we know that how the time is sitting. But we told them, send this what they want to do. Everything here was the arrest agenda. We're just better to track it and going back to tracking. Promise what they say, no, they put one of the year and I look for it. So they asked all the same. If we can track the arrest agenda, I think we'll be good. But this is what we're focusing. And that's how we're going to do it.
So were you consulted before releasing the report?
No.
Yeah. So my name is Archie Boakai, and I report for the Verity newspaper. I'm a bit concerned about the indicators mentioned where the government was able to have performed well and what are the lapses.
They report here everything. The president is one page, this is about 50 some more pages. If you read that, you'll see all that the government has done, the project, the different projects there. You see the different ministry agencies, what they have done. Everything is in the report. But because of president, I can't read the entire report. So I will give you that report. You read the report, and on the radio, you can follow the report and you're going to get more information about anything. Because I just want summary of what it is. But it's very detailed report. It covers everything. We're talking about 378 promises. It's a lot of work to do. This has been one of the most difficult work we've ever done in the past institution. Holidays, Sundays, every day we're working to go around and make sure it is there. I couldn't even paint it like bro because they see fear. It will leak. It's just a wrap from now. That's how sensitive it is. So that's how I look at it. It's a very tough job. I don't care how much you do it. People always disagree with you. And that's it. People always for the government or for the opposition, but we keep doing it because with this. And most of what is in this report, if achieved, is for the country, it's not party. And that's why we decided to say as an institution, let's see how we can get this up and we encourage the public to read and put a leader accountable. If you say you do it, do it. If you keep doing it, then there'll be no way for any political party to get come and add or also come to power. So it's responsibility for you, the media, and also civil society and the government. We're going to send copy to the president, we're going to send copy to all the different ministry agencies, and we're looking forward to challenge the report. But the good thing about the report is exactly what the government said they want to do. We did not add anything. We Also our dashboard, we come out the dashboard. We're comparing everything, we'll follow all that. And we don't consult with them to release our report. We're an independent institution.
Okay.
My name is Naymote. I report for Liberia investigative newspaper. So this report it also provides an opportunity for citizens to make informed decisions and to follow government's activities. But in doing so, you encounter some challenges. The last year when you released this report, I don't remember you naming maybe 2 or 3 public institutions who not go in your analysis to provide you the opportunity to furnish a report. Now, this time again, you said some overrated and some did not do so. I mean, it's spirit of transparency and openness. Who are those, or what are those institutions that aren't really coming out to provide information in the interest of the state? And secondly, comparing this current report to last year's report, if you were to talk about the government's working, I mean, at what time did the government have made progress?
Like I said, what we tracked the last report basically campaign promises. The Boakai, the Naymote Party, this is the first time we track the government agenda. Like the CDC has the PAPD, right?
Yeah, PAPD.
We did not track the PAPD because the way the collaboration, the perception was completely different. This time the government asked for 3 division finance to say, can you track this PAPD? This is what we want to focus on. And most of what was said during the campaign also in the document. Yes. Most of what was said during the campaign also in the document. So we started tracking the document. So this is the first time ever in the history that we have to track the development agenda. So we can't compare it right now, right? But I think that there are some institutions, for example, Justice Ministry, well, the first institution to even call us in the report. And I can tell you openly that some ministers don't even know what they're arrested. So I'm not seeing it. We have to like literally take the commitment and share with them, say this is what the government said you honor this period. And we also know that each period has a lead. So transparency and accountability level, government commission, rule of law level. So there are different responsible institutions, but for us for now, I want to focus on the report. I want to focus on the report. You realize that almost 55% we don't have the information because it's not doing us. It's going against it, not going against it. When we're looking at the government, we're not looking at individual owners. So I want to focus on the content of the report. You ask people I respond to
Yeah, I want to do a follow-up.
Okay.
You broke on news in this country. I mean, you are very good citizen journalism.
Yeah.
On the presidential figure.
Yeah.
And now the government has I don't know what the question they give them that. But the government have officially responded and citizens have gotten to know that MRU is attached to that.
I'm not talking about people.
Well, you are also talking about government activities and government. Is that
My name is Yamsia. I work for UKF. Like you said, this is the first time that you're tracking the arrest agenda. The first was the campaign promises, and now basically on the development agenda. What does a report say? For example, you talk about 278, you said 3 have been fully completed. Maybe probably you care to all around the 3 that have been fully completed. And then secondly, we talk about some are ongoing. Were that the timeline attached today because mind you that this report catch up from January to December 2025, and next year we're coming by 2026 or this end of the year, you might be releasing another report again. Were that timeline attached to the different work that the government has currently ongoing?
The documents say from 2025 to 2029. So they mean that the first year of the president in 2024, there was still working the document. So you mean that we'll be working only 5 years of the president's time. So we're tracking the document up to 2029. 2029 is the limit of the document. And every year we'll just build on what we're doing. Right? So like I said, it's a lot of words that tourism on the hip. I can't remember everything I had. But I know one thing is the tourism issue about tourism stuff, etc. You know the other one? Yes, so what the other one I completed? It's a lot of really report point there, but tourism is one thing I can do that. And again, one thing I also want to highlight for example is that the government promised that they would make sure before they leave power, almost every Nigerian will be able into the biometric system, national identification registry. And since July, the present protocol, we are in what, January. It's like 7 months. There's been no action. So we're like, how will you go? That means that there will be some delay in really achieving getting all Liberia into the biometric. And why we think that's important for us? The top of biometric, our one person also raise the issue of the price of the biometric. If you have a very good biometric system and whatever Liberia, you will know the total number of people that live in the country. That will also help the sensor. It will help us with the election. It will help us with security. We can use it to get passport, to get travel license, to get anything we want to get. So we want to encourage the government to focus on that particular thing. Again, you look at the e-procurement process. Gradually spread across the country, and we thank the PDC for doing that. And there's a lot of other things happening. I mean, I want you guys to take your time to read the report because the press statement is actually a summary. There's more duty on specific issue that we're talking about. But I will give you capital, we can also give you the capital for you to use.
Yeah, I think the last question.
Yes, please.
So again, my name is Melvin Jackson and we respond. So I don't know, you said you have your own metric and the government has their
Dashboard.
Dashboard, so you guys are in the same league together. I want to know whether part of this agenda, whether some of it have a specific timeline as to from this point to this point we will achieve this, and whether or not they are doing so. And the next one is that do you have any caution to national government as to among these agenda, which one is the most performing one and which one is delayed, and why is it delayed from your own observation?
I think the question is very good. So one thing the dashboard is that all we get dashboard, but our information is at the back end. We don't see our information, we don't see the information. But the good thing about them is that we know exactly what they want, right? And besides that, again, we downloaded the entire arrest agenda, which are indicators, intervention, everything. So it helps a lot to know exactly what the government wants. So we wrote a different ministry agency. They call it the MAX, the Ministry Agency Information. And be surprised that one government ministry will send something to us, and the other government ministry will send something we compare contradiction. So we're the only person that can have the poster. We're the only person that have the poster, because if their government ministry send information on all the different ministry, and their ministry with the information will compare them, mean that it's not linking, it's left with all that to verify. So we do a lot of verification. We do a lot of verification on the issue of the That's what we're also writing. Now that we're ready, mean that we don't know what we're doing. We're ready to see how truthful you are, right? So we're ready, you send information, all we compare with them, is that true? Some people will say that, oh, M&E plan, they all poop. And it's not something we go through. And what we do, we get them like, okay, 2 weeks. We send them all the information. Can you just report 2 weeks what you have done? And they keep calling for almost 6 weeks, they are not sending. So one of the things that in the government is lack of coordination. The government, they're not coordinating. It's complete lack of coordination. I think for the president to succeed on this, which is very good, is for them to have a regular reporting system that all the ministry agencies can report based on this. To whosoever office in the president can look at it. And we're also watching the reason why you see that we can almost release a week before the president addresses the nation. Want to see what the president going to say. Because we get this for all the ministries, for the rest of the general. We will keep there and hear the president address the nation and see what you say different. And whatever the president is different, we'll come back and say to the president, and then so now we need to look at it. So we all get this to that, but your question is that again, Pillar 4, anti-corruption, government anti-corruption for us is the basis of achieving government development agenda, because it deals with the governance system, it deals with preventing corruption. So that pillar is students. And group power is that I think that's the pillar that came on top or in terms of they came 56.9%. So they're ahead of all the other pillars, followed by the environmental sustainability. The pillar that is last is the human capital development, which has to do with education. The grade way below the 36. Then you go back to economic transformation, the 35%. So you mean that they two period last, but then when you go to the budget spending, economic transformation get more money. With their results, you see governance and rule of law get less money but more results. So these are some of the analysis I want you guys to do. And you often check us to make sure that we know the right thing.
So my name is Joseph Serim and I work for the news newspaper. So I want to know after you have released this report, will there be a periodic follow-up on some of those promises that the government did not achieve in the report? Will you indicate it in, we are doing another report, will you include that?
So for the report, our targets will be 10,000 persons. Using the media, we're going to have town meetings, we're going to use social media, we're going to do jingles, we're going to reach out to different ministry agencies. I want to sit down with our ministry and say, look, this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you're supposed to do it, so that they can work for us. If we keep spending talking about $1.2 billion, and what you promise that don't go that long, then what they need. After 6 years, you get frustrated for another lead person, see, coming down moving forward. So we want to sit down with the government and see, especially ministry that want to have a better idea, because some of them don't even very close at all. We can help them to do that, right? We can help them do that. And every year, or every 6 months, we're going to keep reporting. So when there's a progress, the number will change. So now you have a 0.8% completed. If you after 6 months, we're going to 5% completed. We're going to be gradual, but we're not going to challenge the government. We want the government to take it. We're going to be friendly with them. We make sure that we tell them exactly that some of the information are going to use that person actually. But I can tell you all the time ministry and team, but we need to have it. And we know how challenging it is. Some ministers don't even care about this thing. Until we read the same report in the world, so I really wonder how to report to the president. Then we also know that there's performance contract. So the performance contract has to be based on this. If this is the development agenda, then the performance contract will say, how are you going to deliver on this thing? You shouldn't be having a development agenda that you talk about every day, but the performance contract is completely different from this. So we're going to do a lot of, we're going to do town hall meetings across the country, we're using community radio. I would say we target 10, and we believe around 10,000 persons we're going to reach. 5,000 will stand up and say the government is not doing that, the government is doing something, or the government promised to do the government doing it. They 10 of them reports to open on debate. For the government to know that people are checking on it. For the government to know that when you discuss it, we should discuss on this thing, not be talking about what the other men did before, other men not doing before, what the other men being part of, other men part of. No. This is what you promised as a proposal. This is what the debate should be about. This is what we should do. And if all of us can do it, in the next 4 years, I'm going to be a better country that we're going to be part of.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.